Um, my name is Monges Veti, Chief Sustainable Impact Officer from Exxaro. Today we have signed a Memorandum of Understanding which marks a collaborative journey between three of these organizations in our quest to impact lives in South Africa in agriculture so that agriculture becomes meaningful to those who see it as a business, and also impact the employment rate in South Africa, because agriculture contributes immensely in the employment of people, especially those who are coming from poor background.
The challenges that we are dealing with today are not challenges that can be solved by a single entity. And so creating and formalizing the partnership that we have done today through the signing of this MOU creates a framework and a platform within which we can collaborate in really creating a sustainable environment, using all our collective efforts, being us, the ARC, as a science institution with all the expertise in agricultural research that is going to really collaborate with both Exxaro as a mining house and Ekim on the other end from a wildlife perspective. And we are confident that our collective efforts will indeed benefit our people.
I'm Mike Gabo from Ekim Wildlife. What we've signed here today is a beautiful nexus or collaboration point where science meets with business in solving real life problems, to the scientists and science giving a platform where through they can apply the work that they do in what I like to refer to as real life problems, solving them on the one part. On the other, for the mining industry to benefit from the outstanding science and body of knowledge that the ARC has brought about. But from my end, bringing about the third and perhaps even more important component of thought leadership in bringing these various role players together to solve these problems, where we do not do science for the sake of science, but we do science with the purpose to bring about real life changing impacts.
I think for me it's also important that we understand this to be just the beginning, that there are a whole lot of other opportunities. And I'm not just talking about other mining houses and other entities to work with, but it is important that we create that strong linkage between the work that we do as scientists and researchers with, as Mr. Gabo has said, real life problems. And to be able to do that, it's through these strong partnerships and linkages with industry, with civil society, and others. Thank you.
From Exxaro's perspective, we also see this as one of the climate change mitigation strategy, because as we encourage agriculture leveraging from our own land, we are acutely aware of the needs and the requirement to employ regenerative forms of agriculture so that we don't impact the environment in a negative way, but also create smart agri processes which would augur well for the future that we all aspire for. And to us, that is one of the reasons why we join forces with institutions like Agri Research Council here in South Africa, because of the expertise that they have and working with us to better the lives that we believe we're powering as the organization. Thank you.
What would you like the department's contribution to this collaboration? You mentioned something about the extension services. Maybe just something else?
Yes, perhaps let me come in there that the Department of Agriculture is perhaps very central and pivotal in these collaborative efforts. It would even have been a better outcome had they been here, because we're talking land and utilization of land, and they are entrusted with that responsibility to make sure that there's productive land in the country, and that with this collaboration, then it would help them shape and reprioritize the resources that they have, so that they impact the people that are needy, which we think in this collaboration we would help to achieve.
As an entity of the department, for us, it goes without saying that there is, of course, a clear role that the departmental support will have in this. And during the course of last week, as we know, we are in a transition as a country. There was a very interesting observation that the department is undergoing a divorce. There are going to be two parents, but both of them, whether we're talking about the standalone agriculture department or the standalone department that looks after land reform and rural development, they have a very, very strong linkage with the work that we are talking about today, the theme of today, of sustainable development, because you can't divorce those from the work that we are doing here.
If I could just give my version of answer to your question. If you read and study the Agriculture and Agro-Processing Master Plan, what this work does is it gives expression to that kind of plan. Because that AAMP requires a multi-stakeholder, multi-partner collaboration. So what we're doing here is, whilst other people are planning, we are acting out that plan. So the Department of Agriculture would be well advised to take some notes or a leaf from this book. But importantly, we would appreciate if they would not only appreciate the work that we're doing, but invest in it, because resources are required to make this kind of work a reality.
We dare not to fail. That was a big pause though. And people, we dare not to fail.